nervous.
Yo, what up? It's Donut, and you tuning in to all your Illuminati news.
Unlock the secrets hidden in the dark. Symbols on the wall, writes about the spark. Read Dog's vision, playing every part. Unlock the secrets, gotta leave your mark. Unlock the secrets hidden in the flame. Steps to enlightenment, never be the same. Oaths in the circle, shadow in the name. Unlock the secrets, it's more than a game. Unlock the secrets.
Unlock the secrets. We got a special show for y'all today. We are joined with Nicole Wordsmith. What is going on? So happy that you're here.
Thank you for having me here.
This is going to be an awesome show. If you don't know Nicole Wordsmith, you are missing out. I got her links down below in the Twitter. She does the dopest syncs. That's what Andre Zerda said. You're the dopest sync head. But she does these amazing decodes, breaking down the simulacrum, sort of like what we do here.
Yeah.
How would you describe yourself?
Like my personality or my work?
With your work and your personality, yeah.
I think I became like strangely a weird pattern recognizer like very late in life. I was like completely brainwashed for most of my life. And then with COVID, I started to ask like, what the heck is this? Like, what is this world we live in? Like, how could any of this be reality? And that really sent me down like some rabbit holes of like questioning, at first I was like I was fighting like the system, and then started not to look at it as an opponent, but just that it's showing us things. And so not to always try to look at it like, oh, look at what they're doing to us, but take it more as okay, what are they teaching us? What is the lesson here to learn? And then just seeing the patterns. And mostly it's kind of just a fun thing for me. Like when I see patterns, it's like a game, like going back to kindergarten, right? And matching what that memory game, like what does that look like? What does that match with? And so if we're like stuck in this purgatorial hell realm, like how can you make a fun game out of it? And so that's kind of what I've done.
Yeah, and so this is your Twitter, Nicole Wordsmith, and I kind of brought up a couple dope slides to start it off with. This one, which you showed, is the first scene of The Matrix. After Neo takes the red pill that you wrote right here, and then he's doing the hand symbol of the whole red pill movement online. Then this one's pretty dope too, with just the words and etymology with the word sub. I've been talking about sub is lower, right? So if you subscribe or you, that means you're lower. Right, you're subbing to something. Yeah. And
then just how the subconscious, how we're so programmed through our subconscious, and that's through symbolism. But the subconscious rules our reality until that was like the whole psychology thing, like 101, right? Is like until you make the unconscious conscious, like it's going to rule your life. And so we're programmed with all of these subconscious symbols. That are affecting reality, like the world we're living in. And so until we like recognize them and realize what they are, we're kind of like stuck in this cycle.
Yeah, I really like what you did right here. And some of the symbols on the world stage today, not only the symbols are we going to get into, but the astrological alignments. I named this Something Strange is planned for August 10th because August 10th is the heliacal rising or heliacal rising of Sirius. And this is very serious. And I know you break down a lot of astrology symbolism as well. And what I found dope is that you connected Hulk Hogan to the heart, as he did go through this heart arrest or something.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
I feel like the world is a stage. Everybody enters and exits and plays their little role and their little part. And so sometimes, like when the celebrities, they're playing an archetype of like what they're born into or what they're showing through their sign. And so Hulk, we always associate him with like big yellow, kind of tearing through his shirt. But he died in the time of Leo, right? And was he a Leo? I think he was a Leo too.
Oh, yeah, he was a Leo. And this is why I was connecting it to the helical rising of Sirius, because August 11th will be the helical rising of Sirius. And then that's like what I've been connecting everything to. So he's a Leo, yeah, as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I kind of just use these like celebrity events to teach a little bit about like the astrology or how they symbolically match their archetype or like the role they played on this world stage.
Bro, you're so right. Like his heart, he's like showing his heart there.
Yeah,
too.
the solar plexus, right? Like the bravado and the kind of just charisma, being a showman. Leos are very much known for being show people.
Yes, and expensive dates as well. So what I've been looking at today, and I was not going to make the show about this today, but I thought it was very interesting, the location of Elon Musk's new restaurant, right? He's got this Elon Diner, and Elon Diner in occult gematria equals 17107. And that's like the address the Tesla Diner's at is 70001. So I kind of wanted to break down some weird stuff I found with this. Like, why did he put this on the corner? Is it like a cornerstone to Hollywood? And so, yeah, and the more I like looked into it, the weirder it got. Like, so on Google Maps, doesn't this look like CERN sort of?
Oh my God, it's on Orange Drive too. Don't get me started on Orange.
Please, no, go into it.
Just kind of, well, Orange is like, I think Trump is Orange Man, right? Orange Man bad. Orange is bad. The color of prison suits, the color of fire. And then just orange juice, like orange, there's a lot of orange juices that relate to time, like Minute Maid. So I associate orange with like prison, time, and dreams, symbolically, like matrix coding is what orange represents. Like, obviously, Disneyland is in Orange County, both in California and Florida. And
the prison.
Yeah, but and Trump came after Obama, right? Like we had Obama, it was the first black president, and then we had
Orange is the new black. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
And also, the Orange Order in Ireland does a parade on 7/12 and 7/13, the day Orange Man attempt. Since we're on YouTube, I'll be, the attempt on President Trump's life. Orange Man happened when the Orange Order parades, and I believe it's connected to the sun in a lot of ways too. But yeah, that Orange Street.
Yeah. Crazy. Well, and then I also take it back to the navel, right? Because the most popular brand of orange that we eat in this matrix is the navel orange, and so I kind of associate it with like we're born into this, like this time dream space, and like in a prison. Also,
yeah. No, that makes total sense. With the womb being the matrix, right? Is that what you're kind of?
Yeah, the sacral chakra is orange, and that's where life is created in this simulation or wherever we are, or whatever this place is.
Right. Wow. Yeah. So right here, this is the heart of Hollywood. So that's kind of weird. So I kind of put it there because of all the heart stuff.
Yeah.
He's making this in the heart of Hollywood, and it's right on the corner. So I just wrote cornerstone, ? Exclamation mark, like how the Twitter, they always have you do that. But I thought it looked like CERN, and I know this is all sort of connected with Ishtar. Even Sirius, I believe, has the 8-pointed star in the symbol sometimes. And speaking of CERN, you got some CERN stuff with the Simpsons prediction and donuts and all that. Tell us a little bit about this right here, because this is cool.
Well, so I guess for years, right, everyone's like, how is it the Simpsons are predicting, like, how did they predict these events like 30 years before or so far in advance? Or how are how are the Simpsons still on TV? Like, that's like the longest running show ever. And B, how did they like predict all of these things that were ever going to happen? And somehow, like, there's like, it's a simulation, right? That like whoever's making the Simpsons has like the key to the code of the simulation that's kind of being powered by CERN. Personally, I think there's like it's some sort of karma. Like I think we are in some sort of pit, and that's why they can keep like running and remixing. We always see like celebrities like Trump like playing DJ, remixing stuff, winding the clock back, winding it forward. But yeah, I think The Simpsons is telling us really that like we are in some sort of simulation with it, hence the sim in The Simpsons.
Sim, wow, yeah, the Sim City, Sim Life, and Sim Tower. Yeah, that's dope. So the Simpsons predicted the mass of the Higgs boson, and even that Higgs boson guy went through this eclipse ritual. Right here, the man who proposed the God particle, which was discovered at CERN, dies on the eclipse when CERN was reactivated. So this was like last year. That was kind of interesting. Then you have this big celebrity sacrifice. I mean, like there was like 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 celebrities passed away around the new moon with Hulk Hogan, and we were covering all that. You did some good connections with that as well.
That's a really great connection. And you know what I think you'll think is interesting is because I know you and I are both kind of tapped into that 128 code.
Yes.
The first time that CERN ever powered up was at 10:28 a.m. So if you take the 0,
wow,
it's the 128 code.
Wow, I did not know that. So CERN powers up part of that 128 code. So if you're new over here, we're going over all the numbers, you know, it gets crazy. And each number has like a significance to it. With the 128 code, Tommy Truthful taught me about that. And he said that the towers collapsed at 10:28 in the morning, 128. A bridge collapsed at 128 on January 28th. And then this Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed at 1:28 in the morning, which was crazy. And then Gematria, bridge collapse equals 128. So if you're new here, because we were on the Pimp on the Blimp, Alex Stein show, the Biblical Hitman, I've been just like jumping all over the place. That's what we're kind of going into, and into symbolism, even the ley lines. Like this is CERN, and it looks so much, in my opinion, like the orb. We'll see you now. The way it's designed, there's something to this design of a circle and another circle.
Oh, you're right.
And so I think that there's a connection to all of this. Like this looks like a portal for the diner to go into the diner. And then there's the donut too. I want to get into the donut stuff, but before I get into that, I'd like to thank Liz BC became a new member. Thank you so much. That's a great way to support this channel, is become a member or a Patreon subscriber. As you can see, we were doing the 201 rituals with Mercury retrograde, the helical rising bull ritual, private report over on the Patreon, but you can also get it on the YouTube membership. And we're going to be doing sort of a schedule. So Sunday today at 7 Eastern, I'm going to start doing live shows at that time, and also get all that access to all the videos. And most importantly, go subscribe to Anna Nicole Wordsmith's Twitter. You're not going to want to miss out on any of these decodes. So go click that link below. I got her X account ready for you to subscribe or follow, or whatever it's called. Tell us
So
like what to look out for with you. Like, where would you like people to go? What to look out for? What are you looking into?
me, like,
Yes. Like, do you want them to go to your Twitter?
oh yeah, that's all I have. Like this is where I came to like share my first I came looking for answers and like no one was answering me. So I had to just kind of like I started talking to myself on monologues and then I've had some really great like contributors and people who I've shared information and learned so much from on this platform. But yeah, otherwise like I'm such a normie. I don't have like a channel.
Well, you'll get there. You'll get there. So with this donut stuff, I want to get into this before we go deeper. I think there's going to be a new serial killer uh, to happen. I'll break down why and get more into this Tesla stuff, building it in California at the heart of California, how it's connected to the smart city grid, but also the Theosophical societies that he's very much a part of. At least that's what it seems like in the symbolism. But here's the donut toroidal field, the toroid field. I even did a podcast with Santos Bonacci years back and asked him about The Simpsons. I said, what's going on? And he hinted at like some time travel stuff. So I thought that was interesting.
Oh, interesting. That's so cool that you've podcasted with them.
Yeah, I've podcasted with him and Fritz Springmeier as well, where I saw you had a Bloodlines of the Illuminati. So I've podcasted with some great people, but I'm here with the greatest person, Anna Nicole Wordsmith. What's up with the name? Isn't Anna Nicole like the famous celebrity who passed away?
Yeah, she was just like a brazen gold digger, like in pop culture. I don't know. I always liked her. Like I always thought she was funny. She was just like so unabashedly herself, like drunk, fat, what gold digging. Like
American dream right there.
Yeah. And so when I first got on X or Twitter at that time, I was like, I just had my regular first and last name. And I realized how like risky that was once I started to see the mindsets of a lot of people online. And then I was going through this like internship program where I was really kind of not doing well. And I was terrified of like my cohorts, like seeing my behavior online. So I was like, I have to make like some sort of plausible deniability of like who I am. So I just figured my name's already Nicole. So I just added it. And I like wordsmithing. So I figured that could be my avatar.
What's wordsmithing mean?
So for me, like when I started to decode the matrix, it started with words. Like for me, I was noticing patterns in like the roots of words and also also etymology, but like particularly phonetics too, like breaking it down the simplest form, like speaking about the subconscious mind, right? Like and I do it all the time now. Like I go back to if I was 5 years old, what would this sound like to me? What would I think if I was a 3-year-old in my mom's car and I overheard this conversation or whatever, right? And so I started breaking words that way. But I feel like it healed a lot.
No, yeah, that's how the power controllers, once you figure out that etymology, then you could see how the world actually is operating. And something that I kind of found, and this is going to get kind of nerdy, I was going to save this for last, but I'm going to bring it up now because it gets into some Juggalo, Insane Clown Posse stuff that I'm a big fan of and supporter of. But they're coming out with this new album called The Knot. And The Knot, because you got Illuminati, right?
Yeah.
What's the knot? And Shaggy 2 Dope, his last album, record, was Illuminati Don't Want Me. They Want My Cold Body. Then he was in this weird, bizarre car crash, like right after it happened.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I've been like, got my eyes. I've done decodes on the Juggalo Secret Society, woo woo. And
I heard they were like actually evangelical Christians, and some of their fans were mad at them for after they found that out.
Yeah, well, I don't think that they're evangelical Christians, but they believe in God. So like that's a lot of their like hidden messaging. So like if you play their songs in reverse, they'll like be like F the devil. We believe in life and stuff like that. So that's why a lot of them got mad. But yeah, so this is super nerdy, I know, but I think it's super important because nobody's going to point out the Illuminati connections of the mainstream with this band that I just like so much. But their new album's called Not, right? Where we get the word naughty. And not in mid 14th century means evil and evil act, not. And I thought that was weird. I mean, I never like knew that, but I mean,
I never did either.
But it makes sense. Like not.
I connected that. I connect the naughty with like, yeah, a naughty, like the Illuminati are kind of a reflection of like the naughty society. But also nautical, like how we're kind of born into water. We're born through like we're ruled over by the maritime admiralty law, and so kind of just how we're like, you know, ruled by the law of water, and how like the ships aren't ship miles measured in like knots.
Yeah, not nautical or whatever yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm really into the nautical kind of ship stuff because I joined the Illuminati Yacht Club, so like, I learned about all the different maritime words, and that's just a cool word, nautical, you know.
And the Knott's Berry Farm is famous for having Snoopy, and Snoopy is like Snoop Dogg is both kind of like a Snoop Dogg plays an Anubis role, right? Like an archetype in this matrix, like the underground jackal, like judge of the dead. And just thinking about like how dogs are used by detectives, they're used by cops, they're kind of like sniffing your crotch,
right?
All snooping, they're like all up in your biz. So
right. And we're in the dog days right now. And we're also going to get into the Silver Lakes, the movie. And we're going to be jumping all over the place. But that's about a dog killer. The dog killer. Beware of the dog killer. So I got some slides with Elon that I was going to get into with the Olympics, where Snoop Dogg was the main attraction at the Olympics last year. For this California Olympics, because he's in California, right? He's the dog, Cali. Yeah, Cali, the Cali cult.
She's the blue, right? She's the blue goddess of destruction. And Snoop was also a Crip. He was in the Crip. He was in the crypto ball of was that last year?
Yeah. He's doing the Crip walk and all that, which I guess is awesome. Like anybody could do that, like blood and Crip, but I don't know. I'm not too smart with it. But I think this goes into a lot of Saturnian stuff as well with the flyer for this ICP thing. This is the new Stranger Things is coming out with the clock, which is the Saturn vibe of Father Time. The world ahead had Saturn at the top, and even the Masonic kind of time slipping away, which is the symbol of this new album. Where did I put it? Okay, right here. So I'm gonna nerd out for a second because this is the new flyer, which is that time thing, which is a kind of a reoccurring theme in a lot of their music videos and albums. And shout out to my homeboy Pukey Pete. He wants them to do his artwork, and I think that's a good idea. But this is their new album that's being released, which is going into like this mouth, which sort of is like maybe like a Father Time kind of thing. I don't really know. But this is what's interesting that I've been keeping my eyes out for, is the gathering of the Juggalos is taking place. I think it might even be taking place around the helical rising of Sirius. And right there's the star. But what caught my attention was everyone going into the mouth because of Astro World. Astro World, that's where everyone went into the mouth. And Travis Scott and Drake, they're both like in that song Astral World. I think they work together, they rap together, Travis Scott and Drake. And I just saw the similarities there, but also in the Travis Scott music video with Ice Spice, who's like portraying Isis, he's wearing an ICP t-shirt, which is weird because this is the mainstream Kardashian clan. And then you even got Drake wearing an ICP t-shirt. So I think that there's like some weird connection. And this music video is called Oh Shush. And they spelt the shush the exact way that the secrets are taught when I was breaking down what does the shush mean. So you got 7 letters, like 7. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so all the like tattoos that the Hollywood people get, like on their pinky, it's spelt this exact way. So this is the secret society, the Hippocrates, or I forget his name, but the secrets, the shush and the 3 dots is also Masonic, but equaling 7. I know there's something to that. What's your thoughts on all that? I know it's kind
the mouth and the Saturn, I think absolutely, because like Saturn is the devourer, and so is time is the devourer, and there's something about like weight and time, right? Like and eating, like we eat, we gain weight, we wait at our table for the waiter. There's like some sort of riddle there between eating and being trapped in time, and a lot of like the myths talk about how consuming food of the underworld like binds you to the underworld. And so I personally think we're definitely, in my opinion, in some type of underworld. And so we're ruled by, our mouths, and our stomachs are kind of like a bottomless pit here. Like we're only full for a couple hours, and then we have to eat again and again and again. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think being born in time is related to the mouth and the consumption, I guess, like the eternal consumption that happens here on Earth. Like everything requires death to eat something else. Like even if you're just a vegetarian, you still have to like kill the plant to eat it. So it's like life brings death, brings life.
Everything eating each other, and that's nature.
We're Cannibal Island, right?
And also this new Stranger Things with the clock, it's being released, the last episode, on Saturnalia on Christmas, right? Where there's a connection there. It's also being released in like, I think 7 or 8 sections for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, and New Year's Eve. So like they're picking these dates, kind of like Wednesday. You posted something on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Wednesday is Mercury's day.
Yeah, so Wednesday. It's also Woden's day too. Wednesday, Odin.
Yeah. They're like a synchronistic counterparts, right?
I don't know, but you
kind of like Zeus and Jupiter.
Okay, I don't know anything about the different like gods, really. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like different mythologies that, what is the word, where it's like it's the same god, it just with a different name.
And you've connected the 201 number to Mercury. I know we're on YouTube, so we're gonna like do our best to keep it, algorithmically friendly. But it seems like in your research, Mercury plays a huge role in a lot of the symbolism that's happening on the world stage. For example, Mercury equals 201 right here. Yeah,
that's like the atomic number of Mercury is 201. I mean, it's undeniable, right? I know, like we see these numbers all the time associated with certain things. Like what are the odds?
What's this right here? This camera.
So that movie that scene is from the movie Terminal, where Tom Hanks is like caught between worlds, kind of, right? Like he's caught in like in between, like in a limbo, I would say, where he's can't go back to his home country. He can't leave the airport. He's like stuck in a limbo, and he's being watched by the security because they want to get rid of him, but he's not breaking any of their rules. So
I gotta watch that again.
Yeah. And then Tom Hanks also posted about like being beat right during Corona, right after they had the 201 simulation, the event 201 simulation. Then he like posts about his experience being down under and being beat by 201 points of all the points while he's on a Corona typewriter with his wife playing gin rummy. So I don't. It's like there's just so many. It's like right there in your face, like teasing you.
Then you got this new detachment 201 with the AI. Yeah, no, it's absolutely some crazy stuff going on. I guess I'll jump back into. I got some crazy Illuminati news articles. This one's nuts. Scientists just learned our ancestors ate toddlers. I didn't even read it, but like it's like duh, like that's like what like.
That was a cannibalism, open mouth.
Yeah. So we passed over 1,000 people tuning in right now. So please, I'd like to remind everybody to smash that like button, share the video out, make sure to go subscribe to Nicole Wordsmith. I kind of want to show you what I found with this new Elon's diner in the heart of California, and kind of what I think is going on and how it's sort of connected to like Theosophy and secret societies. It's sort of an amateur decode, but I think that there's a lot of strings here that are like crazy that I'm going to keep on looking into. But we just had the big fires, right, that happened in California. And Elon Musk just opened this diner in Hollywood. What could go wrong? And looking at all of it, you got Tesla bots. You got just a ton of symbolism. The symbol of the lightning bolt is like in the Eggos and the bacon, and everything's like a lightning bolt.
Is that like a Prometheus light, or what do you make of the light?
That's interesting. I didn't even like connect it to the Prometheus light. I don't even know what the Prometheus light really looks like, but I understand like that mythology of Prometheus. I was sort of connecting it to his SS connections.
Oh yeah, okay.
With the two S's for the National Socialist movement that his grandparents were close to.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what I thought. What do you think about the lightning bolt?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's like a illumination. Zeus was associated with the lightning bolt too.
Right. So what about Jupiter? Is Jupiter connected to Zeus?
Yeah, Jupiter is like the Roman counterpart, or I think that's how it goes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because like Elon is like Jupiter in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. For me, Elon was the first one to say we were in a simulation, and at that time, I thought that was crazy. Like I didn't believe it at all. But that was like in 2017, and I don't know, like 5 years later, I was like, oh, okay, he wasn't lying. He was.
Well, so that's like something I was like looking out for. Then you had the Bowie guy, right? The man who fell to Earth, Bowie. And then the Simpsons did an episode called The Musk That Fell to Earth. So there might be even a kind of
like the
Bowie connection.
Fell from heaven, like a lightning that fell from heaven.
It just I didn't get too deep into it, but that's kind of all I got on the lightning bolt. I know it's connected to Kabbalah as well. In the Sephiroths.
Okay.
So with the fires that just took place in Elon Musk's boring company, where he can like dig really deep underneath the ground, I'm thinking about, what about the fires that happened? Was this sort of part of the fires that took place? Because the map of all the fires that went down, my hypothesis is that California is very hilly, and to create this new smart grid system, downtown LA would be the headquarters for it, which was not affected at all, but all around it was. So then we just have the No Kings protest where they're setting the Waymo cars on fire, which is just great for the AI because it's being able to study the environment really well whenever the protesters set fire to it. And it's all lining up for this 128 Olympics, right? A being one, so it's got 128 in there.
Oh, wow, yeah, wow.
And there's an L, but that could be Elon right there, the L.
Yeah, L is like the name of God too.
It is the name of God, and then I think it's the 11th letter, right?
Yeah, it's a 12. And so I always think about that, how 12 plays such a role in this matrix with like, particularly like the 12 steps as being, and 12 inches being a ruler, like when you think of the word ruler and what that could mean in like a double term.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 12 L is like the 12 steps of the sun, like all this different God type symbolism.
Yeah, the 12 disciples, the 12 months of the year, 12 inches in a foot.
Yep, the ruler, and then the hours in the day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's a good connection. Yeah, see, this is why you're really good at all this. But I was kind of looking at the A, that they're using the A, and the New America Party is the A with the dog star in the middle. Not sure if there's anything to that, but he's the dog father, right? He's the Doge.
Oh, the Doge father. Yeah, top dog.
He's the top dog. And here's Sirius, the symbol for Sirius, which is the hieroglyph of America. You got the 5-pointed star that's on our flag. And, you know, so there could be something there that I don't see just yet. It being right here on the corner, do a little zoom out. So the history of this location and just California in general is very connected to the Theosophy movement and the root races of the 6th root race, which goes into Theosophy as well. Let me see.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, so also with all the different AI wars going on, there's all this news of just all this different AI. The CEO who got in trouble, who was like part of the Skull and Bones family as well, like the girl, that viral meme. They had an like AI company. Coldplay. Yeah, the Coldplay gate. Which was coined by Elon. So there's like all these AI wars. Who's going to control the AI? And I think they're all going to work together at the very end of it. But I think that's what's going on with all these crazy news articles of AI in the news. Let me kind of fast forward a little bit. Okay, so this is interesting. The Theosophist Dreamland in Hollywood. Oh. The proposed layout of the Theosophical University in Hollywood. This is a sketch by Arthur Heinemann for the Crotona Group, which would be like the secret society, Theosophy University, occult university in California in the early 1900s. This guy, Arthur Heinemann, he created the word motel. Right, so he is the guy where we always hear the motel. He came up with that term, motel. So that's kind of like a big thing. So when we go to motels, how like it's connected to Theosophy in a lot of ways. So I wouldn't be surprised if Elon's new restaurant dining will eventually become a motel lounge, sort of for Tesla drivers. And please feel free to interrupt at any time. This is just stuff that
it was just taking me back to like the fall of man. Like it was the food, right? Like it was the biting of the fruit, the forbidden fruit that like cast man down to earth. And then we have the word like because the snake was like, surely you won't die. And we have like our diet and a diner and how like how we always make such a big deal about like a death row inmate's last meal. It's like it's always like a news article. I don't know. I was just associating the word die and diet with dining.
Oh wow, yeah, because they took the bite of the apple. That's
Yeah.
and look at the bittersweet story of the world's first motel. So this guy, I mean, this is I don't know if this is the actual first motel, but like look at the layout. I didn't even look at it, but right there, it looks like it's the 10 Sephros of the Kabbalah Tree of Life, which I broke down sort of a little bit earlier. But just like look at
It does. Good eye. That's a like great connections.
So like these architecture layouts in California are so important, and this was where the root races in Theosophy was going to come out of California, and then America wouldn't exist anymore. Like that's what like they're writing about. And then you got the Vesica Pisces looking thing right here. And also with the Silver Lakes too, the movie Under the Silver Lakes, there's like a lot of tie into this because Silver Lake is where Hollywood started. This is the beginning of Hollywood in a lot of ways.
Ah, I did not know that.
Yeah, so the Silver Lakes was like one of the big, it was Hollywood before Hollywood in a lot of ways. And then it's called Hellendale now, which sounds like Helen Blavatsky a little bit.
Yeah, and just like the word Helen, like that with democracy was like the like came out of the Hellenization, right?
Wow. And also just politics in general, like
yeah,
Helen Blavatsky and Theosophy. And so we're going to talk about some Under the Silver Lake stuff too. And I think that there's going to be a, oh, look, HH, Hulk Hogan. I think that there's going to be a new serial killer for the world because the world loves the anti-hero. And this guy built like the castle, the murder castle hotel. And this is going to be like one of those big shows coming out with Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese, and the book that came out. And he was doing these murders during the World's Fair. Trump got a World Fair at his Atlantis hotel. So like California was known as becoming like the new Atlantis. Like we're in this new age, the new golden age. Or Jack Parson, Jack Parson doing all the thelemic kind of rituals in California. But this root race thing is weird. In theosophical teachings, the sixth root race is a future race of humanity believed to evolve after the current fifth root race, the Aryan race. And
oh wow, do you think this is why like after COVID everything became so anti-white?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure, but I think this goes more into like robots and transhumanism, but that could play a big role for sure into it.
Okay.
And so like the secret doctrine, because Adolf, he was he slept with this book, and that's where he got a lot of his ideas for the masses was from this book, even though they don't like do that. A lot of other cultures were aligned with the National Socialists, which kind of breaks that whole theory apart. But the secret doctrine further states there will be no more Americans when the sixth race commences, no more, in fact, than Europeans, for they will have now become a new race and many new nations. So that new race, I think, is what like Hervari and whatnot are talking about for 2024. And they're saying that this is going to come out of California.
I had no idea. Baja.
Baja.
Like ba is like a sheep. Aha is like a laugh.
And right here is Los Angeles City Hall, was like a Masonic building as well. So I don't know. That's sort of what I'm looking at. I don't know. What are your thoughts on all that? I don't have it like all like orchestrated and perfectly, but
I do think there's something very symbolic about like I don't know if you've ever seen my theories on like cars and karma and incarnation, and how like in this matrix, cars represent our bodies. Like there's a lot of words that are like auto body. We get like gas and lube and tired and retired, and there's just a lot of like connections with the cars and our own bodies. So I do think there's something symbolic about Elon bringing in the electric car versus, you know, the gas powered car. So it could like if he's like if the car is any indication of where we're going as a race, like I think that could be something.
oh wow, yeah, I never even put that together. It sort of reminds me of the Disney movie Cars, right?
Yeah, someone's just Thomas was just telling me about that. Paranoid America.
Yeah, you should do a video with his occult Disney on Cars with that into it.
Yeah, I haven't even seen it, so yes.
I'll go over to the comments real quick if anyone's got any question. Aga Install Odd says, hello, Anna Nicole Wordsmith.
Hi.
Jug the Goat says, what up, Donut? Let's go. Justin says, in my Bible study now, I'm looking forward to more donut. What's up, everybody? Hello. Time for some Illuminati news.
Yeah.
October 7th, as Lee says this, I think this is interesting. October 7th, where the Middle East conflict took place, to August 4th is 667 days. But when I was calculating it, August 1st would have been 666 days. But I could be wrong because the AI is just terrible with dates and times. It just can't get down dates and times well.
Oh yeah, you can't like trust the AI. You can use it as a tool to help you, but you cannot count on it to like actually give you the full scoop or whatever. Like sometimes I'll use it to like bounce ideas off of or whatever. But if I hadn't brought my own ideas to the table, it would completely pass over everything meaningful and just give me like a long-winded like explanation of something that misses like the point.
It's a great tool, but it's like you got to have the knowledge to see what it's like spilling out and then like question it because
it's all the time. You're like, hey, what about this? And like, oh, great point. Yeah, you're right. Should have mentioned that in the first place. Or like you're like, hey, actually that doesn't add up. That doesn't equate. And it's like, oh, you're right. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. So we like to we can't like trust it or lean on it, but we can like definitely use it as a assistant.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've been like trying out the ChatGPT for the first time, and it's very helpful, but then you catch it lying all the time, and then and I think it's like the double-edged sword. I think it will be actually really well for therapy, but it also could be very bad too. It's like a double-edged sword in a lot of ways. With kind of had some slides up that talk about the AI because it's sort of my new passion. And oh my goodness, we just got a big super chat from Nuwan Walters. I forgot to smash the like button. Now I get to feed my kitty cat to get the kitty cat super fat. Yeah. And you have a kitty cat too.
Yeah. Hi, Wolfie.
Look at that kitty cat. Wow. Okay. He's sleeping right now. Thank you so much for that super chat. What is that, a euro?
Yeah, that's worth more than American dollars. That's a big donation. Very generous.
We'll hook up both of our kitty cats. What's your kitty cat's name?
Wolfie.
Wolfie?
Yeah.
That's
What's
tight.
yours?
It's Chan.
Chan?
I gave him a traditional Asian name, but he's Russian. So I didn't know that. At the time.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a Russian blue.
Oh,
But you,
beautiful.
fellow cat enthusiast, you posted something about cats. Can you tell us about this?
So, like, I noticed it for myself because I was like, I mean, without fail, like every time I try to pick up a book or even think about picking up a book, like, and that's such an accomplishment in itself, right? Because we're all so stuck on social media all the time now that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be like not a piece of shit today. I'm gonna read a book, and the minute I pick up a book, the cat like immediately senses that and comes and sits on my chest or like right between me and the book. So even if I'm like, okay, you can sit here, but I still need to try to read, he does whatever he can to get between me and the book. And so then I was asking ChatGPT, like, what the heck is this? Like, why? And it said cats are like, they are like energy frequency. They're attracted to certain chakras on your body. If you're like in a relaxing state of being, then it makes them want to like come share that space with you. I guess it was trying to say like if they can sense you're relaxed enough to be picking up a book and reading, then you're relaxed enough for them to come sit on your chest.
A shout out to the Maverick Approach. We got the celebrity up in the building. Woo woo.
Hmm.
We love Maverick Approach.
Yeah.
And also the phone too. You got a cell phone. It does not like it. I thought it was jealousy because my cat got mad whenever I was like on the photo reading. He does that too, but it's even deeper. And the vibrations too of the cat. Cats are so interesting.
They really are. They're like really interdimensional guardians. I took mushrooms like when I don't know, like 2020.
Right.
And my cat would not get near me. He was so disappointed in me. Like I could see the disappointment in his face. Like he wouldn't necessarily leave the room, but like he stayed way the hell away from me and wouldn't let me pet him or anything. And it really made me question like, what can animals see like into the astral realm or into the energetic field? And like, what does this do? It made me never it made me never do them again. I was like, the way that my cat looked at me with such disappointment was enough for me to never do that again.
Shamed you. It was just shamed.
Yeah.
We got another super chat. Oh my goodness. I got to feed that kitty cat once again. Thank you. Thank you so much. We don't follow the money. We follow the symbolism. You learn so much more when you follow the symbols and the etymology. Thank you so much, Douglas Starr. That's very kind of you. Very nice. Thank you. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. What were we talking about? Cats? Oh, yeah, shrooms. Okay, so like when I was like 14 or something, I was tripping. I don't do it anymore, 10 years sober. I promote sobriety. But when I was 14, I remember I did it with all my friends, and then I could see two of my other friends in the other room, and I saw like the demonic energy coming out of there, and I was like, I'm staying away from them.
Oh wow, yeah, you could like read into their energies.
I felt like that when I was 14. That's what I saw. I was like,
I feel like, yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, in terms of like underworld symbolism, I think mushrooms are very underworld. Obviously, there's like this Alice in Wonderland symbolism of the mushroom, but also the rise of like mushroom products that came on the scene after COVID. Like all of a sudden, we had every expert talking about the value of psilocybin, microdosing, like mushroom coffee, mushroom
zombies.
Yeah. The spores and stuff, right?
Well, there's that TV show about the mushroom zombies that was all like popular too. The video game that became a movie.
Did that come out like around the same time?
I think so, a little bit after. I think it came out a little bit after, but there's been this huge push to psilocybin. Have you heard any of my takes on the reason why?
No, I would love to.
My audience is probably so sick of it. But when I read Prometheus Rising, Robert Anton Wilson's book, and the study of the Illuminati dolphins with John C. Lilly metaprogramming or Timothy Leary's Ninth Circuit graph, they all talked about to reset the autonomic nervous system, the belief system. MK Ultra was not successful through brainwashing because someone with a strong belief system couldn't be totally brainwashed, sort of like an introvert. Extroverts mostly are the ones who are brainwashed. And I proposed the hypothesis, and I don't even think it's a hypothesis at all, that they're getting everybody to microdose while they're telling us aliens exist through the government. The damn government's telling us aliens exist. Other religious institutions are preparing for the alien conversions to convert the different aliens that come here, the root races or whatever, to religion. And AI was released all at the same time. So right there, AI is like this alien entity in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So I think that's all push for something like larger, for a new religion in a lot of ways, and new belief systems to be created, because that's
Do you
how
think those entities need our minds expanded in order to like enter them and work through us as vessels?
I don't know, but I do know that there's different entities connected since the ancient days. Like the peyote was the green dancing man, I believe, or the machine elves, and like some DMT. So there's always these different like black hat entity and the Benadryl. Like, so there's entities attached to stuff. I don't really know why or whatever, but I think it's more about resetting the belief system of the Abrahamic religions of thousands of years. People believe something for thousands and thousands of years to change that in some ways. That's what I think, but who knows?
Yeah, no, that's a good theory.
This
I like it.
Everybody's probably sick of it. Let's get into some of your theories now. I got a bunch of different things pulled up here on your Twitter. Make sure to go subscribe. Just feel free to stop me on something that you're like, oh, let's talk about that. Oh, what's this? I want to hear about this.
Oh yeah. So we were trying to kind of after we had like the 3 like big deaths last week, and I know it ended up being more. So if you're like, it's not 3, it's 5 or 10 or whatever.
These were the 3 big ones. There was 3 big ones. No one knew who the heck are these other celebrities. No one knows them.
And we just always know, like, that's a saying, right? Like death always comes in 3s. And so I was just trying to understand, like, why is that? I don't know if I have, I don't know if I solved it, but I was just spitballing out there, and I was thinking about how the pyramids, like a triangle is like a stable structure. These celebrities carry like archetypal energy with them into the world. And I think there's only like so much, I've said that before, I think there's only so much operating power in this matrix. And so that's why like death creates life, right? Like you have to kill something in order to make something new in a lot of senses. And so
death and rebirth rituals.
Yeah. And the pyramid, the 3 pyramids of Giza line up directly with Orion's belt, which is known as the 3 kings. And like these this week, these celebrities that died were all kind of a different archetypal male divine masculine energy that went out. Like we had like kind of and Orion is associated with Osiris, which is the god of the underworld, which takes us back to like his phallus being the Washington Monument, and I think maybe even the penal code that we have that we're ruled under.
Yes, yeah. Wow. No, this is totally what's going on. The archetypes. These are archetypes. Each celebrity is playing an archetype, which was the different gods, like Isis or whatever. Those were like the archetypes of the ancient cults and society as well. And now these are our idols. So like the idolatry, idol worship of that's a great connection of they were all different Jungian type archetypes, right? Wouldn't that be some Jungian stuff?
Yeah, definitely. and yeah, and our celebrities are modern gods, and also Osiris is kind of associated with the like god of kings. So like on the world's level, like these were kind of like kings of men in a sense. I mean, not really, but kind of.
And they all do the symbol of Osiris, doing that. Like Ozzy did the Osiris symbol, Eminem.
Yeah. And his crook and flail or whatever those are always kind of in an X shape too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Take us back to X, Twitter becoming X.
Yeah, so these are all like symbols on the world stage, and I need to learn about these archetypes more. I've been connecting Hulk Hogan, like with this helical rising of Sirius coming up, his damn birthday lands on it. Crazy.
8 times 11 is 88, so that's still another HH. That's still another Mercury number.
Oh, damn.
Double
Yeah,
infinity.
right. It is. In the first FEMA text alert, I believe, was on this date, August 11th.
Was it?
I believe so. There's just so many things. This is the helical rising of Sirius. Ghislaine Maxwell's supposed to be talking on this date. ICP albums coming out the day after it. August 10th is when Jeffrey hung himself, and Albert Pike, the co-founder of the KKK, dedicated his astrology room to August 10th and the day centering upon it. So August 10th. Yeah. So this is like super important. Oh, and here's the Sirius Gateway. Told me a little bit about this.
Yeah. So I noticed, that terrible flood that happened around the 4th of July weekend. That happened right during the Sirius Gateway that takes place. And that's also the time it's like not an accident that we celebrate the 4th of July or the birth of our nation. And there's a lot of dog symbolism there, right? With like dog tags for our military. We all eat hot dogs on the 4th of July. But this happened to be like a Guadalupe flood during the Dog Star Gateway. And Guadalupe means wolf. And so it has to do with Sirius and the flooding of the Nile that happened on an annual basis. And so I do think it was a kind of like I think it was some sort of ritual. Like I don't know that humans were orchestrating it. I think it was taking place from outside, but it did feel like a deliberate like human sacrifice event.
Yeah, and the helical rising of Sirius, that's the flooding of the Nile. It used to take place in July, but the stars moved. So July 2nd, that's the day America was founded. They changed it to July 4th, but it's 7/2, National UFO Day. But the flooding of the Nile, that's going to happen August 11th, like the helical rising of Sirius was dedicated that for the calendars. So this whole ritual from the beginning of July, Sirius Gateway, to this, I believe, I was like, the 201 rituals are complete, but I don't think they're complete yet. I think that this ritual to look out for, I wrote August 10th, but it's probably going to be August 11th because of this. And its importance, it's so important to the ancient calendar, and America is based off of that symbolism. So Homeland Security, you posted something about this what was this about? This is a weird image.
Yeah, they posted an image of like, that's an image of Columbia, and that's like the District of Columbia. That's what we're named after, goddess of liberty. But really, what she's doing is she's marching them into the shadows, and the kind of relates to the underworld, right? Like we equate like sex and drugs and human trafficking and all of that stuff with like South America, like the nether parts. Colombia, like, is known for the cocaine. The CIA trafficked cocaine. There was this cocaine in the White House recently. Like, there's something in this matrix that's about like drugs, cartels, human trafficking. But the Western, in terms of like cardinal directions, the West always means death. So we are in the Western civilization. Our government's run from the West Wing of the White House. It's a Western expansion is always like a killing, right? They like killed everybody on their way to making it America. So I guess,
Yeah, the sun dies in the west.
Yeah, as the sun sets in the west. Exactly.
And we see it rising up here in the east. And the cornerstones of every building, these ancient temples, I wonder if Elon's cafe, if the cornerstone to it's facing the sun, the east. So like the Masonic tracing board at the top, it will say east.
That's a great question.
Yeah, I wonder. I can't figure it out. Maybe someone could figure it out for us. But I'll figure it out one day. But yeah, no, great connects. There's something up with paintings too. Paintings are like mind control in a lot of ways, and the aesthetics of stuff as well.
Yeah. There's a lot to be like read through paintings. I feel like just looking at them and reading them. Symbolism, obviously, but like, a picture can tell 1,000 words. Isn't that how it goes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm just gonna scroll through some of them. If there's one that you want to talk about, this is some of the Saturn stuff and the marriage stuff. Happy Gilmore. We should talk about that. Did you watch it?
No. Did you?
No, I wish. I don't have Netflix, but I want to see it because I like the first one.
Oh, one of your super fans has got to give you a login. Can they do that anymore, or did they make it so that you can't share?
It's very difficult these days. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
But there's probably a lot of connections. Somebody said there's a 322 in it somewhere. So, but you kind of posted what did you do last summer? Is that the girl from The Office? I don't think so.
No, that's Jennifer Love Hewitt. She made the news because she like gained a bunch of weight and everyone is being mean about it. And having just gained 20 pounds myself, I was feeling sad about it.
I gained a lot of weight too. I've been working on eating healthy, So
yeah, me too. I've been exercising and like watching what I eat, so it doesn't make sense other than like something's off in my system right now.
I've been asking the ChatGPT about it. I was like, "Yo, ChatGPT, I gotta lose some weight, yo," but then I plug in Alexander Lowen's like breath work and stuff like that to give it recommendations, and it's kind of cool because it was like saying to eat like more protein at this certain time. And because I'm in recovery, so I'm very like in tune with my ups and downs throughout the day.
Yeah.
And like my downs happen, and then what I do is like I want to eat like fast food or Postmates or something like that. But if I have something like prepared to eat, like some like protein or something like that, then it like has been like stopping my cravings.
That's like the HALT that they teach you, right? Like hungry, angry, lonely, tired. And
Yep. I learned that.
I was in AA for a long time. I drank alcoholically for years. So I'm pretty like, I'm like 100% sober right now. Like 99% sober right now.
I was in anger management and I was 14 and I was so pissed off. And like, they taught me HALT. They said, hungry, angry, lonely, tired, come to a halt. And so then I would stop and then I would eat and I would take a nap or I would talk to somebody. And that like big lifesaver for the world.
Yeah. That's good that you kind of got that intervention at a young age.
Well, I continued my drinking and all that and smoking weed and all that for a long time after that. But
yeah.
So what's up with this burrito?
That was just a weird thing. Did you see the clip where Ozzy, like in his show, in the Meet the Osbourne show or whatever, he like was obsessed with burritos. He ate burritos all the time. And so I was like, that's got to mean something. There's that these things don't happen in the Matrix for like no reason. Like there's a sign there. So I was trying to determine like what does the burrito symbolize? The only thing I can kind of think of is like a white wrapper, which is kind of also like a mummification. But
Uh-huh.
I just threw it out there. Like, I mean, it comes from Mexico. Mexico in like Matrix geography is like another world, is the underworld. There's like human trafficking, drug trafficking, slavery, pain, poverty. Yeah, that was, and then this is just kind of talking about, I don't know. I was just kind of relating it to a lesson about like, it was the end of cancer season when Ozzy died. He said, "Mama, I'm coming home." He was known for that song. It's like cancer is like the home. It's the fourth house. It's the where home is in your chart, and also just kind of how mothers relate to this matrix. Like there's a lot of connections between like the mother and your mental health, and just the word matrix means womb. Like we're born into this world of illusions, and it's kind of hard not to lose your mind once you start looking around and you're like, what is this place? Where are we?
What's going on? Have you seen the movie Friendship?
Oh God, that movie is so awkward.
Yeah, it is very awkward, but that's like kind of how like I feel like in my head a lot of times. Like, what the f is going on?
Wait, is that the newer one that came out? And it's like, it's got Paul Rudd.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, we're talking about the same movie. I did see that movie, and I was so uncomfortable in that movie theater.
Yeah, it was such an uncomfortable movie to watch in the theater. Like at home, it's different, but when you're in the theater, it's like, what's going on? So I'm just scrolling through a couple of these posts so you could see how dope these threads are. So make sure to go subscribe to Anna Nicole Wordsmith. There's so much. Elmo became base. What's this secret society thing? Because we do like to talk about the secret societies.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wonder, like the whole like ciphers and codes and signals and stuff that started a long time ago, and like the radio show, like people used to listen to the radio and they would decode like Little Orphan Annie's secret secret codes and ciphers, and so I kind of wonder, like, are we some sort of like cosmic orphan? I really do believe that Amber Alerts are related to us for some, like, on it, like intuitively. I feel like there's something about Amber Alerts, missing kids, and maybe a lot of this like Pizzagate and stuff too about missing kids is like we are on some level the missing kids, like the face on the milk carton. Like we're not in our true home, and we don't realize it. We're like in this, we're in the illusion.
So this Annie show on the radio, they were decoding it back in the day.
Yeah.
Kind of like we're decoding now, but in 1936 they were decoding Annie.
Yeah. And Elon had just done that whole like, Annie, are you okay? Post a week ago. Annie.
I had no idea that there was decoders decoding Annie. That is wild. I got to look into that. But the Morse code, going back to that movie, Under the Silver Lakes, if nobody's seen that movie, it's such a great film.
Yeah.
That they have the Morse code in the fireworks. So when the fireworks go off, it's beep, 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 beep. That's letting them know to go ascend into the mountains, into the pyramid.
Yeah, it's only for the initiated, right? Like he's just like, what the hell? Like, what are these fireworks? It must be late in the season. And you can see her watching it, and she's like, oh crap, I gotta get ready. Like, I gotta go. So she was initiated enough to see the codes that were being played out for her. I mean, Under the Silver Lake in itself is so connected to like I think it tied in perfectly with what we're talking about with Sirius and the dog star, because it's about, yeah, like you said, the dog killer. And also the females start kind of barking in that show, which is like a bitch, right? Like we associate females with, there's just a lot of connection to like the moon card has a barking dog under it. The moon is the alchemical silver. the silver screen of Hollywood. It's also a reflection in a mirror, but also the divine feminine, that it plays out in like triple goddesses. You'll see a lot of triads of females in that movie.
Right. Okay. So this tarot card, I don't know anything about the tarot symbolism, and it's so important. This is probably a bunch of yuds, the Hebrew letter yud, but there you got the two dogs barking at the moon. Wow.
Yeah, in the water, the one standing in the water. The moon is also related to lunacy. So when you watch that movie, you can see him start to descend into the realm of madness. Well, he may have always been there, but he goes deeper and deeper into the lunacy. But and also it's just tied to the divine feminine and the underworld. Like, I don't know when the last time you watched it was, but I thought it was very interesting.
I watched half of it again on my birthday. So like 6 months ago, over on the Patreon, go subscribe to the Patreon and go watch the live movie decodes.
Oh, okay. When's your birthday?
February 26th.
Ah, I'm a February too. I'm February 17th.
Okay, so you're an Aquarius.
Yeah. Here's
Meow.
my cat.
We'll wrap up here soon, kitty cat. Don't worry. Just want to go through some of the slides, and then on Under the Silver Lake, since that's sort of fresh in your mind, you just watched it. I tried to decode this movie, and I only got through like 5 minutes, and just to put that together in a presentation would take 2 hours because I was like going super crazy with it. So I'll just go through some slides of just a few slides, and maybe just throw in whatever, and then we could wrap this up. But this is like room 23. There's the 23 Enigma. He's Spider-Man, right? And then he's reading the Spider-Man. And then there's just so much symbolism of the dog. Like you said, there's this dog killer.
Well, in the Doors, like the Jim Morrison in the Doors, and he's just like got the one eye coming out of her boob, right? And that in the D cups. Breasts are a big theme in the movie. Cancer rules the moon, and that's like associated with breasts.
Yeah, and then like the lady at the end, and the girl, like the mature woman who would be like the mother, right? He's like with like it was all about her, like sort of it. She ties in the whole story symbolically somehow, and she's like. And she like showing her breastises like the whole time.
And Jesus with the 3 brides of Dracula, I do think it's interesting that like after in the Bible, right, outside of Jesus's tomb, there was 3 Marys there. I forget which. There was like Mary Magdalene, Mary his mom, and then like Mary, I can't remember like her name. Mm-hmm. But there was 3 Marys outside of Jesus's tomb after he died. And when you watch that movie, did you notice that when he went into the concert, it was in a mausoleum that they held it, the Jesus and the Brides of Dracula
okay, what's a mausoleum? Because I do remember that scene.
Yeah, it's it's where they hold like the urns of the dead.
Oh, okay. I even think that when they popped the balloons, it was Morse code. Somebody wrote that in a thread.
Oh, here's what I took of that. Because do you remember when he walks into the party and they're like, "Welcome to purgatory"?
Right. And then they gave him that like drug or something.
And he was like, "Thanks, I need some time to think about some things." And they're like, "Use it wisely, like use your time wisely." But also she's in there, and it's kind of like purgatory is this like party of like meaninglessness, and she's got all these balloons and they're popping them. So I associated that with pop culture. And kind of like the shallow emptiness of culture that we live in.
It is pop culture, right? Wow, and it was such a weird, meaningless type dance. Like it made no sense and was awkward.
Yeah.
Watching it.
And he descends like deeper into the caves with her. She's like a Persephone archetype of like the underworld. And when they get down into the cave and she's like, let's just enjoy ourselves. We're only young once. Let's enjoy our bodies. Let's fuck. Let's have fun. And she starts to bring him down into just the more carnal aspects of.
And they're like literally in a cave. Like they go down like deep. Wow. Okay. Yeah. And this is just stuff I'm remembering from like 6 months ago watching it. But it's one of my favorite movies. He's like 33 years old. This is like the total Jim Morrison, Charles Manson, Russell Brand, archetype for people as well. His decision making is like not that good. And then the billionaire missing, like we got all the billionaires on the world stage today. And then
we had all the news of them building bunkers, right, during COVID. We're like, oh, the billionaires are getting their bunkers so they can prepare for whatever. And I thought it was interesting. His name was Sevens because Sevens means like seven. And the mother, I don't know if you remember this part, but like his mom was obsessed with Janet Gaynor or something because she was she had won the first Academy Award for Seventh Heaven. And so I think there's something there, like associating with the number 7. That's kind of a divine number.
Yeah, I think you're right. And also when they're in like the graveyard watching the movie.
Yeah.
I think one of the gravestones was that.
Yeah, he passed out. He got messed up and passed out. And when he woke up, his mom was calling him. And he woke up to being on her gravestone. And she kind of represented innocence. She represented old Hollywood, which like hadn't been like utterly corrupted. There was still something about her that was like, I don't know, a return to innocence that he had. When I think about the dog killer, dogs are total innocence, right? They're just like love and loyalty and companionship. And like, was he the dog killer? I don't know. Like there was some indications that he may have been.
Yeah, there's just so many symbols all over the place of this.
I know. I feel like we could do like a 10-hour decode on this movie. I had notes and notes and notes of stuff taken.
I had to give up on it because like just the first 5 minutes was like I went into what are these buildings? I went inside here on Google Maps, like this goose place.
And it's like Grey Goose, right?
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, right there, Grey Goose. Yep. And like it's a checkerboard floor like inside there. It's like all checkerboard floors.
That movie starts with him waiting in line, right? What line waiting is very much like an underworld activity, which is what we do every time we go anywhere here in this matrix.
And now we're online.
Yeah.
And so just tons of symbolism. Like she's laying down, sort of like a Venus painting. I even brought like one of those Venus paintings somewhere. I don't know where I put it. There's like, you could see the codes in here. This is the interesting thing I thought was how the pirates, they're running the world, but they're saying it's homeless people, but I think they're talking about like the Pirates of the Caribbean kind of stuff, because this guy looks more like a pirate than a homeless person. But there's the hobo code with the like symbols of like that homeless secret society.
Yeah.
But they never look at anybody in their eyes, like even at like that gravestone, like the pirates, they don't look at other humans like they're in another world. Like, and so like we're different than them. There's like this.
Yeah, he was like currying the girls like in the boat, right? He was like taking them across the water, like trafficking them in a sense.
Yeah, and I think there was like 3 of them too. I don't remember.
There's like trinities of divine feminine.
And
I also thought it was interesting that there was a blonde and a brunette and a redhead, because that's like all 3 types of, I don't know, hair color. And I looked on like what country's flags, and the only one that came out to me was like Germany's flag is like a red, brown, and yellow.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So we're going to have to dive deep. I really, really appreciate you coming up on here. And Nicole Wordsmith.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor. I love your work.
I appreciate that. And everybody, click that link down below. Go subscribe to Anna Nicole Wordsmith's Twitter. You're going to love it. And also go become a member, get the potato emoji on YouTube or the Patreon. I'll be dropping the new video probably on Tuesday. I'm working on a new type schedule. If you like this, we're going to be doing these streams every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I think I'm going to try it out, see how it goes, and then posting the members only videos on Tuesdays. So I don't know, I'm kind of playing that stuff out. So that's a great way to support the channel. And I appreciate everybody who sent the super chat. We got another one from Douglas Starr. Thank you so much, Douglas Starr. Let's feed the kitty cat. Nicole, you should start practicing lucid dreaming.
You're right. Great point, Douglas. I should. I really should.
Well, don't should all over yourself.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try tonight. Thank you.
I appreciate everybody tuning in. Smash that like button, share the video out. Much love, and God bless you.